this video how this 72-year-old woman got off dialysis just by eating these foods before protein at each meal. Catherine here, I'm a doctor of natural medicine. Today I'm sharing with you the incredible story of a 72-year-old woman who was able to get off dialysis by eating foods like this and by learning a simple kidney-saving cooking hack your doctor doesn't know about. And here's the incredible part. This woman, she got off dialysis 18 months after starting it. They had to undo her catheter. And I know it was peritoneal dialysis, but it's still incredible, especially because her kidney function, it improved from a GFR of 9.1 to a GFR of 37.5. Yeah, that's a 312% improvement. That's absolutely one of the greatest improvements I've ever seen. And that's not all. The foods this woman was prescribed are so amazing, they cured her insulin resistance. She lost 45 pounds. Her cholesterol dropped from 296 to 155. Her blood pressure was literally cut in half. I mean, guys, have you ever seen an improvement like this? An improvement so miraculous? Many of my patients improve with my protocol, but this is something else. Getting off dialysis, beating diabetes, normalizing blood pressure. This is out of this world. Now guys, if you think this is incredible, please share this video with anyone you know who has kidney disease. They may desperately need the hope this case report is bringing me. Because here's the thing, this is not impossible. Despite what many doctors say, this can be done. And I bet you want to see how this was possible. So let's start from the most important step, the diet. Let's see exactly what this woman is eating to achieve an improvement so incredible. Because to do that, you need to start each and every meal with a fruit like this you see on screen right now. So next time you sit down to eat, before even thinking about eating protein, eat one of these fruits. One of the fruits you should be eating daily right now are red grapes. I always recommend them to my patients this time of the year because they are not just a source of resveratrol, the powerful antioxidant. They are also very low in protein and calories. This is what makes this food a kidney saver. Also try mangosteen. This is an exotic antioxidant powerhouse. Mangosteen is considered the queen of the fruits because it contains xanthones. These unique plant compounds are being studied today for their pain-reducing, cholesterol-lowering, and anti-diabetic properties. Yes, they want to make a medication out of it, but you can also find it at the grocery store. Something else you should eat before you eat protein in a meal is a tamarillo. This fruit is packed with antioxidants like carotenoids, anthocyanins, and phenolic compounds. And yeah, these are the nutrients your kidneys are craving. These antioxidants reduce the inflammation and blunt the damage diabetes and high blood pressure do to the kidneys. Tamarillos are also a source of pectin, just like apples. Pectin is a type of fiber that's in the peel of apples and that's known to detox cholesterol and excess sugar from your body. Now guys, this is the most important part of the video. This is how the 72-year-old woman was able to get off dialysis, the diet. But of course, you can't just eat fruit. Something else you need in your diet are whole grains. Because here's the thing, the human diet, it is based on whole grains. It's true. If you listen to any carnivore or keto influencer on YouTube, they will tell you to eat steak because our ancestors did that, alright? Well, it's a lie. Historical truth is that across nearly every major civilization, whole grains form the primary source of daily calories. A little trivia for you guys. You know what's usually considered the first civilization on Earth? Do you know? It's the Sumerian in Mesopotamia, and the Sumerians were living on emmer, einkorn, and barley, whole grains, and we could say the same for ancient Romans with spelt and millet, and for the Aztecs and Mayans with maize and amaranth.
The emmer porridge is wonderful too, so filling.
And for ancient China with millet and brown rice. So what's my point, you ask? Well, my point is that your diet is never going to work if you don't eat whole grains before protein at each and every meal, alright? Because that's what humans have been doing literally since forever, alright? So with that out of the way here, you can see some low protein whole grains to include in your diet. One of the most underrated whole grain is cornmeal. If you look at my table, you will notice something peculiar about this food. Cornmeal is not just low in calories and low in potassium, ideal for people with diabetes and kidney disease. It's also lower in protein compared to most other whole grains. Cornmeal is cheap and easy to find and amazing food for the renal diet. Now, pearl barley is even lower in protein and its consumption is linked to better cholesterol and better diabetes numbers. Make it a regular on your table. Also consider air-popped unsalted popcorn. Snacking on healthy popcorn is an amazing way to get satiated without getting a big amount of protein and calories. And also consider the other options you see here. They are all great foods. Oats, steel cut oats in particular, are something I always recommend. They help with diabetes, they lower cholesterol, and frankly, they are as cheap and easy to find as it gets. Now, the third cornerstone of the human diet is, of course, vegetables. And there is a very long list of vegetables you may want to include in your diet every day. These you see on screen, they are all low protein, low potassium option. Anyone with CKD can eat. Yeah, they are amazing, and some of the most outstanding include green beans. This is basically the only legume you can eat every day. I really love green beans. You just squeeze some lemon on top and you have an amazing side dish. They are full of fiber, kidney-saving antioxidants, and they are very low in protein compared to other legumes. Also consider radishes. Radishes are in season right now and they are a food with powerful detoxing properties. They contain compounds called glucosinolates that help activate the body's natural detoxification enzymes. Also consider that chayote squash. This is an amazing superfood. Have you ever tried it? The chayote is a type of squash with a sweet and mild taste that makes it ideal to replace potatoes in salads. Eat it daily and your kidneys and liver will be happy. Research shows chayote squash can even help reduce fat accumulation in your liver, making it amazing for detoxification. Now, all the foods in this list are great, but something else you are probably not eating often enough is endive. Red endive in particular. Red endive is not just an antioxidant powerhouse. It also contains plant compounds that stimulate digestion and support the body's natural detoxification. So if you are trying to follow a diet that saves you from dialysis, this is what you should eat every day. Because these are the foods that got this 72-year-old woman off dialysis. And here's what really matters about this. If you want to succeed in your journey to a better kidney health, you have to get satiated with these low protein, low calorie foods before you even think about eating high protein foods, alright? Every day at each and every meal. Now, look, there are many other foods you can add to your diet, but here's what most people don't realize depending on your specific lab results. Not all foods are safe for you. While all the foods I've shown you today are safe, most of the generic advice you find on social media can be dangerous. What works for someone at stage 2 could destroy someone at stage 4. And this is exactly where I come in, because while many of my subscribers are seeing incredible results just from my free YouTube advice, and that's amazing, your kidneys deserve more than trial and error. They deserve precision. They deserve a plan built specifically for you. And in my one-on-one consultations, I offer a plan that's 100% yours based on your labs, your symptoms, and your stage of CKD. So here's the news I want to share with you. I'm accepting new patients for consultations again, but I need to be honest with you. I only have a handful of spots available, and those spots fill up fast when I mention these in videos. So if you're done guessing, done hoping, done watching your kidney function decline while you wonder what you are doing wrong, send me an email right now at Catherine@newhopeforkidneypatients.com or click the link in the description. Okay guys, let's go back to the case report of the woman who stopped dialysis after 18 months with a renal diet. Because now you might ask, but Catherine, I've been trying to include these foods in my diet for months. Is this really enough to get off dialysis? Okay, let's talk about the reason why for so many patients diets do not work. Now, this is a very important question because here's the thing. This woman, she was able to achieve a 312% improvement in her kidney function to go from dialysis back to stage 3 CKD just by following a simple renal diet and by learning the diet hack I will show you next. But here's the thing, having these foods in your pantry, that's not enough. And just trying to include these foods in your diet is also not enough. Let me show you something. Do you know what happens when a CKD patient is not able to do this? When they are not able to follow this diet? Let's take a look at this. This woman was prescribed the renal diet years before ending up in dialysis. Yeah, she didn't discover the concept of the renal diet after ending up in dialysis. She just wasn't able to follow her diet every day. And I'm not blaming her. Life got in the way. Her work as an event planner meant she was too busy to eat the healthy foods I just showed you. She was too busy to be able to take care of herself. She was only able to follow her diet intermittently, alright? And she was also eating the food she was bringing to the events she was working at. The result, all the sodium in those meals made her blood pressure skyrocket. All the calories and excess fat made her body insulin resistant, and all the excess protein destroyed her kidneys at the point that dialysis was her only option. In the study, they call these typical Western style meals. So if your doctor told you something like, there is nothing you can do, the diet doesn't matter, well, this is what they were talking about. The diet doesn't matter. Unless you actually start to follow it. And I know this may sound like victim blaming, but it's not, because now you know you have control over what you eat and what you don't. And what this means is that you have control over your own health. And guys, this is a huge power not many people realize they have. So let's get to the most important question, because now you may ask, what about protein? How much protein should we eat exactly after eating all those healthy foods? Well, the answer is here. Yeah, we don't have to guess. We can look at these case reports to see exactly how much protein this woman was eating to stop dialysis. So as we can see, the diet that saved the 72-year-old woman from dialysis provided about 80% of the calories from complex carbs, the foods we just saw, then about 10% of the calories from fat, and about 10% of the calories from protein. Easy enough, isn't it? 80% carbs, 10% fats, 10% protein. Just do that every day and your diet is going to work for your kidneys, not against them. But How does that translate in practice? And most importantly, how much steak do we get to eat after eating all those fruits and vegetables? Let's find out using one of those calorie counting apps you can get on your phone, alright? Let's create an example meal, alright? To do that, first of all, we have a portion of fruit, let's say grapes. Then some green beans, a portion of chayote squash, and of course some whole grains. Let's do oats. Let's say you are eating this meal. How much protein do you need to add to get to 10%? Well, this app calculates the protein you already got from these foods automatically, alright? So you just need to add whatever it's missing to get to 10% of the total calories. Let's see what that number is. Oh, look at this. We are already at 10%. We already got all the protein we need just from these carefully selected low protein foods. And guys, this is my point here. Do you want to avoid dialysis? Avoid protein. This is the most important lesson today. So yeah, try to remember this part of the video next time you are told that your body cannot survive if you don't eat steak and bacon. Okay guys, the diet is not just about choosing the right foods. The way you cook also matters. In the case study we have been examining today, the authors went to great lengths to highlight a hidden danger in your diet. Let's talk about advanced glycation end products, or AGEs in short. Because here's the thing, these compounds are known to cause kidney disease. But what are AGEs and how do they damage the kidneys? AGEs are compounds that form when foods are cooked at high heat. Alright, so if you fry, grill, or bake foods, some sugars can react with protein or lipids in a process known to glycation. This reaction creates compounds that can wreak havoc in your kidneys. How, you ask? Well, AGEs damage the kidneys by promoting oxidative stress. They are basically the opposite of antioxidants. And this is very, very relevant. We know today that CKD patients are usually antioxidants depleted. It's true, you probably don't have enough antioxidants in your body right now. That's why adding more antioxidants through diet and supplementation can make a difference. Actually, the science backing the use of antioxidants in CKD patients is so solid, I've even included specific antioxidants in my Rena Best, my renal multivitamin. But if you include in your diet high AGEs foods, your body will have to use the antioxidants it has to fight the oxidative stress this food produce. There will be no antioxidants left to fight diabetes, high blood pressure, and other conditions that damage the kidneys. So question, how do we reduce AGEs in the diet? Well, first of all, the way you cook matters. Choose methods like boiling, poaching, or steaming. Avoid high heat methods such as grilling, frying, and roasting. Also, the foods you eat are also important. Some high-age foods include processed meats, aged cheeses, fried foods, and high-fat dairy. You want none of that in your diet, alright? Other sources of AGEs include cigarette smoke and alcohol. Avoid that stuff as well. And guys, if you want more kidney saving tips, my video appears for you, and this is all for today. Thank you for watching. God bless you all. Bye!